Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. And good morning to you all. Hang on, that's not right, is it? No, that's not right, that's wrong. And that's wrong with a capital R. Yes, that's how wrong it is. It's even spelt wrong. So, let's start by getting the spelling right, and then we can sort everything else out. So, okay, how do we spell wrong? Yes, that's right. We start with the first letter, and what is the first letter? That's right. Although we can't hear it, the first letter in the word wrong is a W. It's a silent letter. And who knows what the adjective silent means? Yes, that's right. Silent means that there's no sound. So, when we're talking about a silent letter in English, we're talking about a letter in a word which is there when we spell the word, when we write the word down. But when we say the word, when we pronounce the word, when we use the word in speech, then we don't make the sound of that letter. The letter is there. We need to make sure that it's there in the word when we write it or type it, but we don't pronounce it when we say the word. It remains silent. It's there, but it's not pronounced. It's a silent letter. So the word wrong begins with a W, but when we say it, when we pronounce the word wrong, we say the word as though the first letter was R, not W. Now, there are a few rules to help. If the letter W is the first letter of the word and is followed by the letter R, then we don't pronounce it, as we've just seen with the word wrong. We don't pronounce the first letter of the word. The W is silent. And in the same way, we don't pronounce the silent W in these words either. Rap, write, wrestle, wrist. Now, with the words we've just seen, it's actually very difficult. Well, I think it's very difficult to pronounce the word with the W as the first letter. Wap, right, so, see? It's almost impossible to pronounce those words that way. But there are also words where it's possible, but still incorrect. There's one word which students love to try and pronounce the letter W. But in this word, the W is silent, always silent. The word I'm talking about is this word. That's right. You all know what it is. It's a bladed weapon. And this one is double-bladed. It can cut with both sides of the blade. Now, you all know what this weapon is, don't you? You've all seen films about Vikings or Robin Hood or things like that. You've all seen films of people fighting with these weapons, with different types of these weapons, and think about the Japanese version. Or think about the sport that's very popular in Hungary. Think about Szilágyi. Think about the sport that he's famous for. What is the weapon that they use in that sport? It's the same type of weapon, isn't it? Yes. And what's the name of this weapon? Well, let's see it written down. All right. So we all know and we can all see that the second letter in the word is a W. But, and here's the thing, it's a silent W. We don't pronounce the W when we say the word. It's not a swordfish, it's a swordfish. It's not a sword fight in Errol Finn's Robin Hood, it's a sword fight. A samurai warrior doesn't carry a sword, he carries a sword. Okay, he actually carries a katana, but the katana is a sword when we pronounce it. Although if we write it down, we still have to remember the W. And while we're here, thinking about silent letters, think about numbers. In English, there are lots of silent letters in numbers. 1, 2, 3. Well, there you go, don't you? The second number in that set of 3. We don't say 2, do we? No, the W is silent. All right. Now, moving on. It's time, once again, for us to catch up with the Benchfields. Who remembers what they were doing the last time we saw them? Well, who doesn't remember? It's pretty difficult to forget, isn't it? The last time we saw them, the Benchfields were at the checkouts. They were standing by one of the tills. They were putting their shopping onto the conveyor belt, the moving belt, which is there to make our lives easier. We don't have to move up and down, trying to put all of the shopping onto the counter. We just stand at the end of the conveyor belt and load the shopping onto the conveyor belt. Then the cashier, the person who beep, 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 scans the barcodes on the shopping so that the till can calculate what we want to buy and how much we have to pay for our shopping. The cashier turns the conveyor belt on and the conveyor belt starts to move. And when it moves, it brings the shopping to the cashier. That means that the cashier doesn't have to reach to get the shopping. The shopping comes to them. All they have to do is locate, find the barcode, the collection of lines and numbers, and then scan the barcode. Beep, beep, beep. The barcode is readable by a computer. The computer can read it. I can't, you can't, but there is information in the barcode, information which the computer can read. All the information that the computer needs. What is it? How many kilos does it weigh? How much is the price per kilo? How much does this cost? Is it on sale? Is it some sort of special offer? All of this information is inside the barcode. It's hidden inside those lines and things. Okay, so that's where the Benchfields were. They were at the final hurdle. They were in the final stretch. They could see the light at the end of the tunnel. They were almost finished. And then Alfredo wanted to ask Tim something, but, well, Tim wasn't there, was he? Tim had vanished. Tim had disappeared. 1 minute he was there, and the next, nobody could see him. It was just like one of those films where people get kidnapped by aliens.
Great. Perfect. Ugh. It's happening. It's finally happening. I knew I was special. Woo! Suck it, Dad!
But don't worry, it's okay. Tim wasn't kidnapped by aliens. Tim was just in a different part of the supermarket. Somehow, when nobody was looking, Tim had moved away from the rest of the family, and now he was in one of the aisles. One of the aisles with tins of food. And this is the strange bit. Perhaps there was some alien involvement. Tim was rolling and flopping about on the floor, screaming something, wasn't he? Do you all remember? Tim was flapping about the place like a fish out of water, like Vivian.
My brain's exploding! My brain's exploding! Didn't work!
And, just like Vivian in that clip, Tim was screaming that his brain was exploding! And that's a pretty strange thing to say, isn't it? I mean, that's not the normal sort of thing that people normally say to each other, is it? I mean, you don't often hear those words. You don't often say good morning to someone, ask them how they are, and get the response, the answer, my brain's exploding! Odd, weird, strange, peculiar, abnormal, unusual. Yes, all of those. All right, well, it doesn't matter if Tim's behavior was strange or not. Let's see what's going on now and see if we can find out what's at the bottom of this mystery. Good God, Tim, what's the matter? Have you lost your mind, Tim? Well, he didn't have much to lose, did he? All right, pipe down, you two. Now, Tim, tell me, in your own words, how do you feel? I feel fine. Well then, dear child, what on earth was that display of insanity for? Tell me that. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? If you don't know, then who does? You were the one who suddenly disappeared. You were the one who suddenly vanished from the checkouts. You were the one who suddenly reappeared in the middle of this aisle. You were the one we found thrashing about on the floor in the middle of all these tins of food. You were the one screaming that your brain was exploding. And now you're lying there telling me that you don't know what you were doing? Tim, if you don't know, then who does? I think I know, Dad. Lizzie, where have you been? I thought you were here with Tim and Doreen. Nope. While you lot were here, watching Tim's little show, his little theatrical performance, I went to find a manager. A manager? What sort of manager? Which manager? Why did you want to find a manager? What's going on? Tim, are you going to tell him, or would you like me to do it? Tim, what's your sister talking about? Well, he asked, and you know, he's a mate. Well, sort of. Well, he might be, but I'm not sure anymore. And then, and then I said, he made me say, you know, yes. Oh, for the love of God, Tim, you're not making any sense at all. God, give me strength. Lizzie, what is your brother wittering on about? Well, it's like this. That's all right, Lizzie. I'll take it from here. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Dave. What are you doing here? Are you doing your shopping? No. No, I was just thinking. Dave doesn't go shopping in his uniform. Are you working? Yes. I got a call from the head of security. Which head of security? What, from Loretta? No, Alfredo. Loretta's the head of security at the hotel, and if I got a call from her, then I would be there at the hotel, not here at the supermarket. Yes, that makes sense. Well, in that case, which head of security called you? The supermarket head of security called me. Oh, that's nice. He called me to tell me that he'd received some information. Oh, that's nice. He'd received some information from a shopper. Oh, that's nice. From a young lady? Oh, that's nice. Alfredo, for the love of God, will you please stop saying, oh, that's nice to everything I say? Oh, okay. Oh dear. First, Tim said that his brain was exploding, and now Alfredo seems to be having difficulty in understanding Dave. And now the lessons come to an end. Yes, it's true. And you all know what that means, don't you? Yes. For one thing, that means that it's time for me to head off home and have a cup of coffee. And it also means that we're still not going to find out what happened to Tim today. Oh, kitchen utensils. Never mind. We'll catch up with the Benchfields tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this mystery. All right, people, that's all we've got for you today, so I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to have fun. Always have fun, have fun, have fun, and if you've got time left after you've had fun, remember to check out the website. You know, the one with the 3 Ks, www.mediaclick.hu. See you later. Bye.